Welcome to Sistah Speak The Last of Us, where we discuss the HBO Max original series based off a video game, The Last of Us, from a sister's point of view. I am Sister Elle.
I'm Sister J.
I'm Sister A.
And I am Sister K, and welcome to episode 15. Let's get started.
Hey, family.
Welcome.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey. We are back to talk about this episode number 6, titled The Price. But before we get into it, we're going to talk about what we are lipping, sipping, and swagging with today.
Deep exhale you took, Sister A.
Oh, man. This was something else this episode.
Yes, it was. Okay, I will start us off. For my swag, it is cold. It's so cold in a D. So I have on my pink Sistah Speak Felice with Sistah Speak and Sister Elle embroidered. Thank you, Sister A. And I got it zipped all the way up to cover
all the way up.
Listen, it's cold.
Oh my God.
Cold. For my drink, I have my itty bitty
Love it.
Sistah Speak Yeti.
And what color is it?
White.
Is it? White. Snow White.
Yeah, Snow White.
Not that kind of snow.
We'll call it Christina Aguilera white.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Okay.
Inside, I have a mini Canada Dry ginger ale.
Love it.
Okay.
Yep. I am drinking ginger ale and hot tea all day so I can avoid getting sick because of this weather. And then I was outside in the cold for like 7 hours.
Oh my God.
No
LM.
No sleeves.
Why?
Why didn't you have your sleeves
For the concert?
on?
Wow, he was trying to look cute.
Take no jacket or nothing? No sweater? No nothing?
Let me explain. So my outfit, listen, when I check the weather, y'all know I pre-pack like weeks in advance. So when I checked the weather, it wasn't in town, it's out of town. So when I checked the weather, it was going to be warm. So I based my whole outfit on the weather. And the weather did not change until literally the day of the concert, and I was already there.
Oh.
And yeah, so I did have sleeves. They were like, it was a kimono style top I had on, but it was, I mean, the lower part of my arms weren't covered, and it was sheer. I did have a shirt under it, but it was sheer. So
what?
All that to say, it was cold, and I just want to ward off any sickness. So ginger ale and hot tea it is.
You're just getting over being
Did
sick.
you enjoy the concert otherwise?
10 out of 10. Yes,
okay,
I did.
okay.
Okay, good.
On my lippy, I have a triple layer. So first I have the Sistah Speak Take the Ash Away in Cucumber Mint. No, really, that's the name. In Cucumber Mint by Burt's Bees for my first layer. Second layer, I have MAC lipstick. This is from their Trolls collection. I've had this for a while. It's the Cream Sheen lipstick. Can't Be Tamed is the name, but it is green. Lime green.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Yes. And I went with green for alligator because this episode gave me alligator tears.
Aww.
And Alligator Tears is also a title of a Beyonce song. I'm still in Cowboy Carter mode.
Okay.
Then my third...
Isn't it crocodile?
No, but her song is Alligator Tears.
Alligator, yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And then for my third layer on my lippy, I also have another MAC lip gloss. This is also green. And this one is named, I can barely read the name. Marvelous Max. I think I wore this last week, maybe. But it's also green.
Is that the Stranger Things collection?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Great
And
show,
that is
by
it
the way.
for me.
Well, okay.
Great
So I got a
show.
question
Coming
because they're
back.
green.
Yes.
They don't look green.
It's a small. What does that look, Sister K?
She says coming back. Stranger Things.
Is it?
I think I just heard it's
really?
coming back. Yeah. People
Oh,
are a little worried, but
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Rumor has it.
It's like a green tint. So it's like nude, but like just a hint of green tint.
Because your lips don't look green.
No,
but you got two layers of green on.
I do. It comes out nude and then just like a little hint of a
Wow. Okay.
Of a green.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Let's see. For me, for my hydration, I have my authentic Yeti mug, OG mug. Thank you, Sister LM, with my name and everything on. And in here, I have my tried and true black cherry Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Oh.
Sip.
Sip.
And let's see what. And for my bling, I have my Soul Sister bracelet on. Thank you, Sister LM. And my celebrating 10 years Sister Speak t-shirt.
Yes.
I love
That
this
one
t-shirt.
Needs to be
I love
retired.
Well, I love it because of the fabric. It's so soft. I love the color.
The color.
Yes.
The little afro is kind of cracking, but I don't care.
And
A little
we're way beyond.
crack-a-lackin'.
We're way beyond 10 years.
We're almost 20.
I
Right.
I
we're
love
almost
this
at 20.
Listen,
I know.
Sister J, I have a Sister Speak shirt. It's the gray one with, I think Sister Speak is in blue, but
Yeah.
my afro
Yes.
is crack-a-lackin', and I don't care. I still wear it.
Hey, I don't care. I love this. I love it.
It's one with love.
Okay, we need to do some new ones.
Yeah, we need new one. But wherever you got this one, the fabric is so soft. It is just so soft.
And it's
I
a
love
nice neck.
Yes.
It's a V-neck,
the neck.
but it's
That neck.
it's got the cap sleeve, and it's really nice. It's really nice, and it doesn't have. This one is styled for a woman, so it doesn't have that straight bottom. It's like slightly,
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, so I love it. It's one of my favorites. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, for my lippy, I pulled out my Burt's Bees.
Ooh,
This is called Lavender Lake.
lovely.
Nice.
From a shirt.
Very nice.
And I like this applicator. See how thin that
Oh,
is? But
yeah.
it fits your lip line, though. It fits your lip really good. And I dug out my matching Avon Glimmer 6 lipstick. I mean, a lip liner. And this is in that mysterious mauve because it matched better than the brown or the
Okay.
chocolate.
Nice.
Nice.
It's really pretty.
Very nice.
That's it for me.
Okay, I'm hopping in next. I've got my usuals ice waters in my Sister Speak tank Yeti. I've got a new straw on there, still on the large side, but this
I like
is one
the
of
straw
my
cap.
Yeah,
My
you got a
straw
straw
With
cap on
stainless
it.
steel.
that matches all my pink and my stainless steel.
I was going to say, that's a stainless steel straw, isn't it? Okay. I don't have any of those.
I need to understand why the straws are so much bigger up there.
They are so big.
Aren't they?
up there.
Or you're getting like 30-ounce straws for 20-ounce cups or something.
Are you ordering them that big?
No,
Probably.
I have an itty bitty stainless steel straw in my
oh, how
little Yeti.
cute.
But see,
That's
but
very
it matches
cute. But
the
it's
size of
appropriate
your
size.
thing. Yeah, it's
I got a
appropriate
pack
size.
and they come in sizes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can send you some,
Anyway.
Sister A.
She just picks the biggest size.
I just grab a straw. I don't care if it
He
matches.
likes to poke your eye out, Mariah.
Apparently. Living on the wild side.
That's me. That's me. I have a second beverage tonight in my
Oh.
Sister Speak koozie.
Okay.
Oh, yes. I forget
And
we
this-
have those.
Yeah, it's great actually because it's so freaking cold up here. I don't want to touch this cold can.
That's why I don't live up in the north.
And I don't usually complain about the cold.
Y'all
but
up by the wall.
It's nippy.
We don't complain
Yeah,
about the
y'all
cold.
right by the
We
wall.
don't.
It's almost
Y'all up there
June
by the
now.
wall.
Right.
See?
Yeah, you're
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's June.
Hey, winter's
and I-
coming for y'all.
Never left.
Yeah,
never
no,
left,
we haven't
you're
shook
right.
it yet.
Mm-mm.
I just have some fizzy cherry seltzer in there.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I've got that sitting upon my little pumpkin because it feels like fall. Thank you, Sister Jay.
Dang.
On my lips today, I have our Prep and Chap Sister Speak lip balm in, of course, the strawberry ice pop. And on top of that, I've got my L'Oreal Paris lipstick.
Ooh.
And this is from their Parisian Sunset collection. And this is called Captivate.
Wow.
Oh, what's the show the
That's
other container
pretty.
part?
It doesn't look as dark on.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
you can put it on as thick or thin as you want. It actually is.
Okay.
It's almost like an
Like that.
oil. It goes on really nice and
Oh.
smooth
Okay.
and
Ooh.
light, and I really like it a lot.
Okay.
But that's
Nice.
dark, though.
Yeah, you can.
That's your color, though.
Yeah.
That's your color.
It is.
Yeah. Looks
Merci
good.
darker
Good hair.
beaucoup. And
Is
this
that
because-
French?
That's French.
You know,
yes.
me and Sister J don't know. We.
They gave up their Duolingo long time
If
ago.
anybody needs the Duolingo, it's those two.
That's them. Right. Exactly.
Just to tell French from Spanish.
That's so true.
Oh gosh.
And then for my blings and swags, I too have my Soul Sister bracelet on. Thank you, Sister LM. And I have my silver A on as well. And I'm wearing a nice woolly plaid because here in
Yeah.
Boston, we too are in the wintertime for some reason.
Is it really
pretty,
wool
though.
or flannel?
It's flannel.
Okay.
It looks.
So it's nice
I
and
love a plaid too. Yeah,
I do
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I love
Very
plaid.
It
nice.
looks cozy.
Yes.
Thank you. And that's it from moi.
All right, I will be quick. For my bling, I have my Soul Sister bracelet on in rose gold. Thank you, Sister LM. My permanent swag underneath. And I have to show you my little shirt.
What you got?
It's little kitty cat. It says not today.
Not today.
Oh, love that.
That's
And the
cute.
best part of it, I forgot
love
about
it.
it until I pulled it out.
Oh,
My
little
goodness.
Oh,
Isn't
cute.
that cute?
I love
That's
that.
cute.
That's
Aw.
I don't
cute.
know
that.
why I did not notice that until I put this on. I was like, did I know this before when I wore this? I don't think
That
I
is
noticed
cute.
that.
It's really cute. I love
got
that.
ears.
Not today.
Not
Does it have
today.
does it have
Yay.
pockets?
Yes, and it has it's not like a middle pocket. It has two side pockets on the side.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes. It's very
Everything
nice.
is better with pockets.
Oh,
Okay.
I think so
Hello.
too.
gotta have
Yeah.
I agree.
pockets.
Yeah.
You gotta have pockets.
Gotta.
For my hydration, I had to show that because I was surprised and delighted by my little kitty ears.
So
I'm gonna start wearing the hood up.
Oh, it matches my coaster
Yes.
Yes.
by
So
Sister
cute.
J. Thank you.
I also have my Sister Speak beer stein and Sister Speak pink,
Uh-huh.
and I have some ice with this is the tropical 7-Up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Drink
Yeah.
on that. It's still good. Not as sweet as as other sodas, which is nice. And then it's sitting upon. I pulled out a new one.
Oh.
Oh,
yes.
My little
He's in his little
Grogu.
pod.
He's
Yeah.
in his little floating
Baby
stroller.
Thing.
Baby
Stroller.
stroller.
Yep.
That's adorable.
That
It
floats
is.
next to the
That is.
Mandalorian. It's
Yes.
so
Yeah.
cute. Love these
That
so
is
much.
cute.
Love them, love them, love them. And they do not get wet, or if they do get wet, they don't get soggy. They're very
That's
solid
good.
coasters.
Wow.
Yeah.
good.
And then for my lippy today, I have on CoverGirl. This is the All Day Outlast All Day.
Okay.
And I had to look up the color because I only have a number, 559. It's plum berry.
Oh, I
This
like
is the one you have
it.
to put on and let your lips dry. And then put on the little...
Without touching.
Right.
Without touching. Put on the little
without touching.
cover.
I love those,
so nice.
though.
Me too.
Yes.
I'm going to get some more.
I need to get,
That's a nice color. Nice,
very
purple.
nice. It's kind of like a frosted berry-ish color.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
anyway, like that one. And it does not transfer on your straw.
Even
On your
better.
blue straw.
Even better.
Have any of you tried the second step in that lippy, but with other lipsticks?
Oh, yeah. Which is why it's almost gone, and my other one is still full.
It works.
Does it work with other lipsticks?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
They need to give you.
I won't say as good, but it does.
Yeah,
work.
because see, I don't want to get no transfer on it though.
Right.
That's why I've never used it on others, just in case, you know.
I think it'll still transfer a bit, but it's still good for the moisture part of it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It does moisturize nice.
Mm-hmm.
But this certain formulation didn't come off, so it must have done
see,
something.
so I don't want to chance it.
You can get the refills from Amazon. Sister A sent us a link a while ago.
Okay.
When she first put them onto those.
They need to put 2 in a pack, though, instead of 1, knowing that you're going to go through it fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, they give you 2 in a pack.
I have
it's
a
just
2-pack.
those. It's a 2-pack.
Well, I know,
of
but I
2
mean,
of those.
Without lip color.
Oh, with
just
the color.
those.
Got
Okay.
Just the
It should be
clear,
3.
Yeah.
So the lip color and 2 of these.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta be going
But
through
I didn't know you could get them separate, so I will definitely get some. Yeah.
Check it out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Well, that is it for moi. Which is French for me.
Yes.
FYI, for y'all don't know.
In French.
Hey, I didn't know. Look, I just had to put it out there.
The shade we are catching this episode.
Hey.
Sister, hey, I feel like we need to do a little Sister Speak French lesson.
Oh, that
Yes,
would
you
be fun.
do.
I would like
French
that.
and or Spanish lesson for folks out there who don't know.
There you go. Just
You
the basics.
Just the basics. But we are now going to jump head first into this episode called The Price.
The price.
I wanted to ask basically all of y'all who were a little salty about the thought last week of us having a full flashback episode. So I wanted to ask y'all what y'all thought before we get into the nitty-gritty details about it being mostly until the last, minute? 30 seconds? A full
I wasn't salty. I knew it would be an all flashback. I figured it would be. So I was prepared.
That was Allie and I.
I was still a bit salty
weird.
even watching this episode.
Oh.
Even though I loved the episode, I still wanted to get to the present. But it was very good. So, Sister J, were you annoyed?
I was so fucking annoyed. Oh, I was so damn annoyed. Okay. I knew it was going to be a flashback. I thought it was going to be like maybe half the episode. I kept, how with your controller you can stop it so it'll give you the time left. I kept doing that. Okay. They still in the flashback. Because I thought maybe half,
Yeah.
But not the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as it gave us like that first time jump of the flashback, I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be the whole episode.
Back in 1983.
Yeah.
That didn't even occur to me. I thought, oh,
We're like 40 years, 10 years, 5 years, 1 year, 9 months, 10 seconds. It's over.
Sister A, I am so glad I'm not the only one that was a little bit annoyed. I was annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it wasn't a good episode, but I was just annoyed.
Yeah.
But don't you think it was necessary? Like
No.
it was needed.
But
No.
couldn't they
Every
have done
flashback
this?
was needed.
Couldn't they have flashback like progressively through the 6 episodes instead of having it
it
in
wouldn't.
one?
No, it wouldn't have made sense.
You
It
know
wouldn't
what?
have the same impact.
And it wouldn't have the
as
same
it
impact.
had.
I
Exactly.
suppose.
Well, in my opinion, they could have done the flashbacks because actually the flashbacks only covered 5 years. It was 5 years. That 5-year period in between when Abby was hunting them. Remember, it took her 5 years to get there. So that was what I thought about when it first started. Okay, but it seemed to me that they could have done that a whole lot quicker than what they did.
No.
I'm not saying that it was. I was
No.
just bored. I said, okay.
There's nothing
I
they could have
loved it.
taken out.
I agree, and I loved that we started with Joel's flashback when he was young.
Oh,
Because that was like
Now
the
that was very
context.
interesting.
Yeah,
that was very
wrapped it all
interesting.
up. Yeah.
Yes,
It was
that
a
was very
context
good.
going back to the very beginning of the whole doggone show.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gives
that
you
was
whole
very
context
interesting
into
because-
Joel's whole psyche
Exactly.
and who
exactly.
he was.
And his protection over Tommy and his protective spirit,
Right.
like
Period.
started when he was a boy.
Always.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And they got a little actor to me that looked like a young Joel.
Yeah.
He must be a relative or something because he looked, I mean, just his whole
Oh
shape
no,
of his face and stuff. I mean, he
He
looked
was
like
that
a
much
young
like him.
Joel.
no, he didn't look. He had
Yeah,
dark
he
hair
did.
and
I don't
he was
think-
palish. That was about it. that was about it. And then they got a little Tommy.
I thought he looked like a young Joel.
Okay,
Now the
Jay.
Tommy I didn't get at first.
you need
I
to
thought,
scrub. Yo,
who the hell is this other little kid? And then I figured, oh, that's got to be Tommy.
Do you need Sister A's glasses?
Mm-mm. No, hers are are not
they work
conducive to
fine.
my. Wait a minute, hers are not conducive to my vision.
They ain't conducive to nobody's vision.
Oh,
They work just fine for me.
Yeah, well, okay.
Oh, gosh.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know. I loved every second of it. And like Sister Elle said in her intro, alligator tears. But I had full-fledged big ones.
so the first scene, we see this little boy pretty much confessing like to his older brother, and he's done something. He knows he's gonna get in trouble when the dad gets home, and he's like, he's gonna beat me.
Yeah.
The older brother, nope, he's not. Don't worry about it. Go upstairs. Do not come down. And I'm thinking something's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And we see this police patrol car pull up in front of the house. Man walks through the door. It's the dad. He goes into the kitchen. The boy is sitting right there. He's already straight to business. Like, look, I'm on my lunch break. So say what you got to say real quick.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Whew. So apparently Tommy got into or was
Tommy.
buying drugs or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
trying to
Tommy.
buy
He was
drugs.
doing a
Trying.
right. He was trying.
And a fight happened.
The guy was trying to rip him off, and Joel jumped in and whooped his butt.
Yeah. And cops got called. And so, of course, the dad, he's a cop, so he's embarrassed about it. And we learn then that, like, the dad beats them. So the dad goes, he gets these 2 beers out of the fridge. Now, how old was Joel in this scene?
Not old.
Don't
I
know.
feel like
Drinking
Joel was
age.
like 13, 14, 15-ish. But he did.
Yeah.
But before he got the beers, Joel looked at him and said, "You're not going to hurt him."
Yeah.
Because he obviously lied and said, "Oh, I was the one trying to buy drugs." And the dad was
Right.
like, "No, I already know.
Yeah.
You going to stick
He
to
knew the
that story?
story.
I already know."
Mhm.
And he had
That was-
already told his brother when his little brother said, "Oh, Dad's going to hit me." He said, "No, he's not. He's going to hit me."
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, you already know he's done taken beatings for the little
Yeah.
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 but also telling his dad that he let his dad know, okay, You want to go there man to man? That's fine, but you ain't
You're
hitting
not
him.
touching Tommy. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're not touching Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that's, in my opinion, I think that's why the dad got the beard. He thought, oh, okay, well, hey, then we're going to do a man to man.
Yeah.
I think that's
we
why.
have a conversation.
Then
Yeah,
the
I think
father says, he talks about his youth and how when he was 10 years old, his father, I forget what caused it.
He stole some cookies or something.
He stole a candy bar.
Yeah.
From the store.
And his father basically broke his jaw.
Well, he made him take it back.
Sneak attack.
He made him take it back and apologize to the store owner. And then when he came home and he's sitting there, like I took it like at the dinner table.
He said before he can get out of the car.
He was in the car.
He said before he can get out of the car, pow, his dad punched him in the face, broke his jaw.
Yeah, he had his jaw wired up for a couple months.
Man punching a 10-year-old.
10-year-old.
It happens. You know it, don't you?
Jaw wired shut for 2
weeks.
Months.
He said 2 months. He said 2 months.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But
and
his
Jen
father
says, so you know how it feels.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this
kind of got me.
Yes.
Kind of got me a little bit. Not to excuse the dad, but he said, when he was talking about, but I never beat y'all like that. Never like that. Although I might have gone too far, but never like that. And so you can see that
be grateful I don't beat you that bad. Be grateful I only smack you up a little bit.
Yeah, right.
I don't think he meant it that way. I think he was trying to say,
I did.
Yeah. I've made mistakes. I don't know,
Well, think about it, though, from his point of view.
Doing harm to you, because this is how I grew up. But I know I haven't been as bad as my dad. No.
Of course, people minimize what they do. Of course. In their own minds. They don't ever, people for the most part, human beings, they don't ever look in the mirror. All they do is project on other people. But they don't look in the mirror. Because if they look in the mirror and saw what they actually do, it's like they'd be horrified.
Yeah.
So,
but I feel like this is as close as he was getting to doing that, because he didn't excuse it. He just said, I've never beat y'all like that, although I have gone too far.
Yeah.
And then he went into, I am a better father than my father was to me. And when you have kids of your own, hopefully you'll be better than me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
But I feel like that's his only way of really kind of acknowledging. And I feel like after that, he probably didn't touch him again.
Probably not. Because then he got on up and put his hat on and went on.
Yeah.
Went
back to work.
Just put a hand on his shoulder. But I thought he was
I was waiting for him. Me too.
I thought he was still going to
waiting
smack him across the face or something.
I didn't, though.
Yep. Me too.
I didn't, though.
I was.
I did. Yeah.
I didn't because that was his way, just the way he was talking to Joel, because Joel was ready, physically. He was, and mentally, he was ready. But to me, I took that whole conversation like that was his little way of apologizing, of saying, okay, I get it. Okay. I'm not going to hit you, because Joel was ready for it. I mean, he sat there man to man to him. Okay. So I didn't think he would hit him on the way out because of the story he told about how
and
his father did him.
He told it, like you could see the tears in his eyes, like he regretted causing this emotional and physical harm to his kids, like he had.
Yeah.
He didn't realize he was even causing that.
Yeah.
He thought he was just a little bit better than his daddy, not getting him put to the hospital and stuff.
Right.
But it was still, he was still messing, abusing them basically.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a good scene.
Very good.
It was a very good
I took it like Joel was probably in high school, like, maybe on his way out. You know what I mean? Like senior or something like that. They're about 16 or so. And we know that Tommy's 3 years younger. So he would have been in middle school probably. Or just entered high school. Like when I was a kid, high school was 9th grade, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now they
it's It's
they
still
do
that.
what? 10,
Still
It's
11,
still-
12?
We'll split it up.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
still 9, 10,
Yeah.
11, 12. They split it
Yeah.
sometimes.
So,
There's so many
you
doggone
know,
kids.
I know.
You gotta split that shit up.
Yeah, that was to me, that was a very good way, since we had to do the flashback the whole episode. That was a very good way to begin the episode, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because
It started it
really
off
gave,
on a
yeah,
note.
it gave a good perspective on Joel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it reminded me
And Tommy.
about the watch.
And Tommy.
Because the watch was, when he put his hand on his shoulder, you could tell. You see the watch that he
Exactly,
had.
that was Daddy's
was,
watch.
Reminded me that was Daddy's watch that
That
his
was
daughter got
Daddy's
fixed
watch.
for him
Mm.
before all that stuff happened.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
That was another good reminder.
That we
That
see the
was.
watch again later in the
Yes.
episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do.
A little cracked up, but
Mm.
they'll have it.
So then we get to right after the finale from season 1, where they've been
Right.
in Jackson for a few months after they've come back from Salt Lake and the Fireflies.
Right.
And Joel is sneaking it.
I like
he's
that bar scene, though.
He's going into the bar to
Yeah.
talk to Seth.
Seth.
Well, he's trading
To
stuff.
make some trades. Yeah.
Right. He's trading stuff because he goes and scavengers stuff, What was that a bag of?
Legos.
Legos.
Okay, that's
Lego
what I thought
pieces.
it was,
Yep.
but yeah. Because he said, "Ooh, my grandkids gonna love this."
Yeah.
So I figured they were like, the little Lego things. I wasn't
So
quite
cute.
sure. That was cute.
As long as they're not at your house with you stepping on them in the middle of the night.
Listen,
Right. Yeah. Don't step on those.
That's
pain
the
like
plan,
no
honey.
other.
Right.
Yeah, it is. It is pain like no other.
Yes.
But I
was
like that
good.
other part where Joel was like, "Oh, I need something else." Or excuse me, when he
Mhm.
gave him the Legos and he said, "Okay, the trade is I
Yeah.
can get it to you by Thursday." And Joel's like, I need it tomorrow."
Mm.
And then when he said, "What flavor?" Go for
I was
vanilla.
thrown
I was
off.
like, "Okay,
Huh?
Yeah.
yeah." That's
And
what
he
I
said,
was thrown
say
off, too.
vanilla.
Yeah, he said, "Say vanilla." That meant all I got's vanilla.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty
Yeah.
good.
But then he said, I
Mm-hmm.
need something else.
Something else.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I want to know where the hell the bone came from.
Well, it looked like an animal bone because it was pretty big.
Yeah.
You think it was an animal one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It wasn't no people bone.
No.
No, they wouldn't
Hey.
do that.
Yeah.
Look like an arm bone,
don't
leg
know.
bone, something?
No.
And I didn't know you
No.
could saw through it like that. He was sawing through that sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. When you have a saw, yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
She was basically refinishing a guitar for her
Yes.
and did it all by hand, which that was really
Yes.
Amazing.
Even the etching.
The butterfly, the moth, I should say.
Moth.
The moth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
From her drawing.
Hmm
Yeah.
All her
Very,
drawings.
very sweet,
very
amazing,
intricate.
Yes.
Very nice.
personal.
And as he's
Thoughtful.
playing
Yes.
it to try to, test it, you hear the door open and Tommy's calling for him, and Ellie is high on painkillers with a big ass bandage around her arm.
Mhm.
He's like, "What the heck happened?" And Tommy's telling him, "Oh, she burned herself." And come to find out, she purposefully burned her arm,
Mhm.
to
We
hide
know.
her bite mark.
Which we knew it
Yes.
was on
Exactly.
purpose.
New. Yep.
We knew it. Yeah, we already
Yes.
knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And Joel, he's upset. He's like, "How'd you let this happen?" And Tommy's like, I wasn't there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was
didn't
trying
do
to
it.
eat when all this shit happened. And she's telling him, "I just wanted to wear short sleeves again."
Mm.
That was the
And he
first
knows.
tear.
Yeah.
First-
Oh Lord.
First moment of tears.
I didn't on that one.
I
but
didn't
I
on that
did.
one.
It was
She just
very
wanted to
sweet. It
wear
was a
short
very sweet.
sleeves.
Yeah. And he knew why. He understood.
Yeah.
He knew what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next day she wakes up and he is fussing because when you look at the cake, it's not right. he put Eli on it instead of
Yeah,
Ellie.
Eli.
Eli.
Instead of Ellie.
Eli.
Dang
it, Seth.
Come on, Seth.
That was funny, though. That was funny.
Yes.
And the wrong
What
age.
else?
Didn't it have the wrong age too?
Yes, it did.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't remember an
Did
age.
it say 11?
Something. It was the wrong age.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't her age.
Yeah.
It was a small cake for all that writing.
Yes.
It was.
That much.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to get a knife, and by the time he turns around, she done already snatched a chunk of it with her hand.
To myself, you know what? Now, that was a perfect scene because, she was a wild child.
Yes.
She's always been that way,
She's already got it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That was hysterical.
that was funny.
That was
her
funny.
facial expressions were great.
Yes.
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 Her
Like,
facial
her
expressions
laughing.
were great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just really,
Oh,
you could just feel the
gosh.
happiness, like
Mm-hmm.
just all the
Yeah.
laughter and stuff that she had
Yeah.
in this episode.
Mhm.
And even Joel had to laugh. He's like, "What the heck?" Okay.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So he goes and gets the present, and she's like, "Wow, I know I was going to ask all this question about the song, another
Yes.
song."
Mm-hmm.
I just imagine y'all was rolling y'all's eyes as you
This
talked
wasn't
about
too
the
bad
song.
because it
wasn't
was kind
bad.
of quick, and it was the same song we just saw her play the second time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
From the
Part of
theater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was
Yeah,
okay.
it wasn't. I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it either because,
good.
And it was
because
Joel.
because it was Joel, and because then you recognize, well, that's obviously where she got the song from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
him.
Yep.
But this is what I was waiting for in that scene. When she was saying play something and he was trying to give it to her, and I thought, okay, because you know how they do in movies and shows and stuff. In my mind, I was thinking, okay, now they better not show her grabbing that where she has to wipe that shit off her hands.
I know.
You know how they do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
How they jump in. And I was washing clothes. I said, they better not do that. But they didn't. It was one fluid movement. I thought, good.
Well, she
Yeah.
grabbed the
she
towel.
had all
And she
hands.
grabbed the
She
towel.
only
She
grabbed
grabbed
the
a
towel,
towel.
though.
Mhm.
I was thinking she
Yeah, but
should
she-
wash those
Wash.
hands.
No,
Yeah.
Well,
no. But she wiped all the crumbs and stuff off. So, yeah. That's all I
I was
thought,
still
okay,
thinking
good. Oh, good.
icing and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. It would have been
that's okay.
sticky.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
did. She did do
It
something.
would have been real sticky. I love the fact that the song was obviously, well, you see it at the very beginning when he goes into her room to see if she's there when he's got the little bone. But then you see it later on. It's obviously a song he's learned how to play because he knows she likes that band.
Mm-hmm.
She had all
Yeah.
the posters up on the wall of the different bands,
Right.
set tapes and stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that. That
so
was very
Yeah.
so thoughtful, so
Yes.
caring,
Thoughtful, the whole-
loving.
That was.
I
That
mean,
was.
Yeah.
Ah,
Trying to be such a good
episode.
dad,
Yep.
basically,
Yes.
to her.
Yeah.
That was good. But
Yeah.
but the
very sweet.
the taking her to the zoo and the museum and stuff,
Oh,
that was the best episode.
That was amazing. That was the
that
best
was the best
flashback,
part
yeah.
to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that
That
got
was
me.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
So that whole year later,
Y'all some
Yeah.
damn
That whole
softies.
yeah,
That
yeah.
one didn't get me.
Shut up, Jay.
The whole, well, not that part, but later, the whole walking scene of them going, she's trying to guess what it is. To me, that
Yeah.
was so cute. Very
Yeah.
cute.
That was cute.
And
that
just
was
showed how close they were and how they just kind of
Yes.
got along and enjoyed
Yeah.
each other then.
Mhm. Then
And she's trying to guess, and then she's saying, well, you know, Jesse started doing patrols when he was 16. He's like, well, you've been 16 all of 4 hours. Just cool your jets. No, you're not doing that. She's like, well,
Yeah.
Jesse said he would teach me. He's like, Jesse. Like, what's going on with you and Jesse?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that was cute.
She's like,
That was
no,
cute.
you do
No,
not
you
have
got
eye.
no idea, Joel.
Yep.
Barking up
That
the
was
wrong
so
tree.
funny.
Right.
It was funny.
And then he's like, do you know about the birds and the bees? And I love the way that they did that scene. 'Cause he was honestly shocked when she said Dixon.
Yeah.
she,
That was
you
so
mean
funny.
like dicks and vaginas? And he was like,
Oh, yeah.
Shit. And I
that was
loved
funny. That was cute.
her barter,
That was
like,
cute.
okay, well, I won't get pregnant if you let me be
Right.
on patrol. Like there was any possibility
Exactly.
of that happening.
Exactly.
Right.
She's like, I'm gonna roll with this and see if I can get what I want. That was
Mhm.
cute. But
Very
that whole
cute.
scene when she saw the dinosaur statue,
That was
was
cute.
amazing.
That was
cute.
cool.
Yes.
That was
her
cool.
face when she ran up there, she was just like so excited. And then when she saw the museum and they went in the museum, you could tell she just loved everything about it. Which
Yes.
again, thoughtful of Joel, because obviously he'd spent a lot of
Very.
time figuring out what she learned, knowing what she liked, and then figuring out
Well-
how he could take her there.
Yes.
Right. But when she saw the replica of the planet, the planetary star system and stuff, and then she cranked it up, she said, "Hey, it works." And it was so cute when he said, "Oh yeah, it's almost like somebody greased that thing."
Yep.
That was
Yep.
fabulous. Yes.
That was so cute. Now,
He'd
that was
already
very
thought
cute.
it all through.
Yes.
Made sure
Yes.
everything was just right for her.
Yes.
Yes.
And then the
Amazing.
the space capsule.
Yes.
That was the
Now,
scene
I
that
wouldn't have
got
got
me.
in
That
there.
was so
I'm
cool.
sorry. I said, when they was climbing in there, first thing I thought was, once again, I thought, okay, when she's going to climb in there now, she better drop that backpack because she can't get in there with that backpack in there. But she did. She dropped it. But the first thing I thought was, don't let them get stuck in there.
I know.
Oh.
I
I don't know
know.
why I thought
I
that.
kind of
That's
thought
what I
that too
thought.
when they
Yeah.
shut the door.
Don't let them get stuck in there. Yeah.
That's
'cause
a
he
big, heavy
closed the whole-
door.
Yes.
Yeah, and everything. But
Rusty.
that was to me the best scene to me is when he gave her
Yes.
the tape and he said, "Okay, but you got to close your eyes." And it was
Yes.
like she was actually taking off. That was so
Yes.
cute.
Yes.
That was so well done.
And she looks
Very
so
well
cute
done.
in that helmet.
She looked so happy.
Didn't she look like a little baby? Didn't
like
she?
a little
She
kid.
did.
Little kid.
Her facial
Oh.
expressions were really great throughout the whole
Yes.
episode, though.
Yes.
Yes.
But she looked so happy.
Yes.
And her
Yeah.
eyes
and
were just,
him
yeah.
Big.
And him too.
He did
yes.
too.
watching
Yes.
her
They
and
were,
smiling.
they were so,
That's
that
what
I was
got me.
thinking
well
that
done.
was probably one of the last times they were both like really, really happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so.
It really
Yeah.
changes by the next year.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
When he asked if she did, he said, "Did I do good?" And she's like, "Are you serious?" And he turned his head and you saw the tears
Aw.
on his
Yes.
face. That got me, Jack. That got me. I can't see Joel crying. I was like, "Ow,
Oh.
my heart."
Ah.
That was so sweet. He was just so happy to see her happy,
Yeah.
that was really good. Mm-hmm.
and probably thinking about his daughter too. That he couldn't. He would have.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So then another year later, he's coming home with another cake. This time it's chocolate. Her name spelled good, right?
Yep.
Right.
She's 17. He runs up the stairs and he hears laughing and talking. He knocks on the door, but I mean, as soon as he knocks, he opens the damn. I'm like, you're supposed to wait. He busts in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Her and I guess her name was Ellen or Helen. What was the other? I don't know the other girl's
I don't
name.
know.
I forget. She was a
are
tattoo
both-
artist.
Yes, and she was the other lady that was on patrol that first episode that they were on
Okay.
patrol with.
Yep.
I
Yep.
didn't recognize.
They're trying to button
Me
their
neither.
shirts up real quick.
Uh
Yeah, because remember that convo. Dina says, "Yeah, you and Helen or whatever
Yeah.
her name was,
huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Denise, whatever. Y'all still going together?" She's like, "No, that's over with."
Mm.
Anyway, they jumping up, trying to put their shirts back on. Joel's like, "What the fuck?"
Mm-hmm.
No, she says it first.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah,
she
what the
does.
fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And she's like, "This was funny." She's like, "Well, what are you doing? You're supposed to be on patrol." He's like, "Well, I got off early to celebrate your birthday." And then he looks at the girl, and she's 17, by the way.
Right.
And the girl's like, "Well, I'm 19."
I'm 19.
He just glares at her like, "And still too
Right.
old." So she starts packing her shit up, and then you see the tattoo gun.
Mm.
He's like, "What the?"
Yeah.
You done tattooed your shit. You going through all the teenage shit at one
And
time.
smoking.
All
drugs,
once.
sex,
Yeah. And doing
smoking.
drugs.
And smoking, because there was a cigarette.
Yep.
in there.
experimenting with girls. And she's like, well,
Yep.
first of all, there was no sex. I'm not experimenting.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't know what you're talking about. We're going to talk about this later when you are more yourself.
When you're yourself.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is the start.
Yes.
No,
Here
the
we
part
go.
that got me, the only part that made me mad was when he said something about which all parents do, something about, well, you can't be doing that in my house. And she said to him, this ain't your house.
Oh,
You don't
I
own
said,
anything.
oh, you know what?
they gave this to you.
Yes.
She's correct though, but damn,
I know,
that
that's
was a slap
harsh.
in the face.
Yeah.
That was harsh.
Yes.
Yeah, that was harsh. But
That's a
you know,
smack.
It was for her to say
Yes.
it or
I
for him.
understand
Yes.
why she did it
Yeah.
because she was mad, but that was harsh.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
harsh.
This
Yeah.
ain't your house. They gave it to you. Just like they give you. And she was, only thing she
And
wasn't
she
doing
really
was
made it
working
worse.
Her neck.
That's true. And she was like, you don't own anything.
Yes.
Shit. Yeah, you don't own
Yeah.
nothing.
You don't know me.
I
Right.
said, you know what?
Nothing.
I mean, but like, so you know what? You can get out of this house I don't own.
Yes. Right.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was-
what
I
did
was,
you
I was,
think?
I was mad a little bit.
What did
I was
you
mad a
think?
little
I
bit.
was.
on
Yep.
that.
I was.
But listen, what did you think she was going
Ungrateful
to say?
child.
Yep.
When
That's
he,
what I thought, Sister A. That's
Yep.
exactly
Yep.
what I thought. And I said
All
that to
I've
the
done
TV.
for you.
Yep.
Damn.
Somebody else felt that way because that's what I said to the
Mhm.
TV. I said,
Yep.
no, you did.
Yeah. That's
the
a
thing I
real
liked
teenage
about-
thing.
Like, of course, because
But
we're in
technically,
the
she was correct, though.
very. I was going to say, I
Still.
felt like they did a great job of showing both sides. And even though,
Yes,
because we're
they
older,
did.
past the teenage years, of course, we're starting more on the parent side.
Yeah.
But I liked how those scenes made us look at it from her perspective, too.
That's
that-
true.
Instead of just talking to her like they had a relationship or they could talk to each other, he was just throwing out parental edicts or whatever you call it,
Yeah.
rules. And
Yeah.
she was just going to stand there and not say nothing. Of course she's going
But
to say, well,
that's
first of
because
all,
he was,
you ain't my
it
daddy.
caught him by surprise. That's why he did that. That's a defense mechanism. It caught him by surprise. He didn't know what to say or do.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
but this is later. This is when she was trying to move her mattress down to the garage.
Right.
And he was trying to stop her, saying it's raining, it's too wet. And that's when he said, when she was like, look, I'm sorry that I got a tattoo. I'm sorry I was messing with this girl. But first of all, I'm not sorry.
I'm not
because
sorry.
This is me. This is who I am.
Yeah.
And then he goes into the, well, as long as you're under my roof. Now that was like, can he just say, okay, let's talk about
I
this?
know.
Right.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to
He
me, I
did,
didn't
though,
get,
eventually.
he did. He just, well, he avoided it by saying, well, let me fix up the garage because there's no heat. There ain't no water down in there. Let me fix it up.
Which is a good thing. I mean, how was she going to
Yeah.
survive in there? I didn't know there was no heat and nothing out there. And nothing.
Well, again,
said,
that's
"I don't
very
care."
Elle plugging herself forward without thinking.
There
Yes.
you go. There you
pouring
go.
Thinking
rain,
ahead.
middle of
There
the
you
night,
go.
no heat, no electricity.
Middle of the
rain.
night.
In the
Yep.
rain.
That mattress would have been soaked all the way out.
So,
Joel is better than me because the whole time I'm thinking, let her struggle and drag that mattress in the rain, and it's gonna get heavier as the mattress get wet.
Yeah.
oh my
And lock the door
God.
and lock the door after her.
Oh, no.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Shit.
No, you don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to go find her another mattress somewhere.
She can find her own mattress.
She can find, yeah.
Ooh, y'all. Now, see, that ain't even coming from me. So, you know.
I know.
No, I thought him saying or him reacting like he did was perfect, I think, because he couldn't quite say, okay, I overreacted, I'm sorry I did this, I'm sorry I barged into your room and all that stuff. He just said, well, let me fix up the garage first. Because, you are old enough to have your own space.
Yeah.
So let me fix it up first. And then, I'll help you move everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then he, helped her put the mattress back. So I think he diffused it pretty well.
And she accepted that, which I was glad.
Yes. Because she didn't want to go out there in that damn rain.
No.
She knew she was making all that damn noise.
Yeah.
On
You
purpose.
gonna get up.
Yeah.
For help.
Yeah.
I was like, bang, bang,
And
bang.
all that shit. And she was slamming all that
Bang,
shit
bang,
in
bang,
the
bang.
brakes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is he waking up?
Mhm.
Can you hear me now?
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
One thing we forgot to mention, on their way back from the museum the year before, they were walking back and he was talking about, oh, this has been so fun. I hope we can do this more often with each other.
Yes.
And she kind of stops and she's looking off to the side and he's like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Are you all right? She's like, yeah. And they this was a great scene. They pan the camera over and all these little firefly bugs are going off.
Yeah.
Obviously makes her start thinking.
Yeah.
Fireflies.
That's exactly what I thought too.
Yep.
So then we have this 17th birthday
Yes.
and her moving. We see how she now going to be moving into the garage, how she got to the garage.
Right.
And then they go forward 2 more years. So now she's 19.
No. At 17 is when she got to go on patrol, right? Or was
No,
it 19?
That was
19.
19.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
but
she's
there-
19. She's living
There
in the
was
garage.
one other part from the 17.
Right. Where she had that list.
Well, no, remember
No, that was
Joel goes to see Gail at like the
That's
restaurant or the
right.
coffee
Yes.
shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be dying. First of all,
It's
she
so
was
funny.
reading a science fiction book, which just made me. I was just cracking up, and she was into it too. She was just a
Yes.
read.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
They say it's about an apocalypse. I saw some comments about it's a book
okay.
about an apocalypse and how
So
people
she's
have to
reading
go
it.
back to
She's
original
reading it,
old
yeah.
time ways of doing things.
Yeah.
That I thought that was pretty good, and that was really
I love
well
her comment
played.
like, "Do I have a sign saying open for business, dude? Like,
Yeah.
you just
Do I look like
you just
Lucy
sat
from the
down."
Peanuts or something?
Yeah,
The doctor is
That
in.
was good. Yeah, that was
fun.
That was
good.
so funny. She's just so quick.
She is.
but
Yeah.
he's just like, hey, mom.
Yeah.
I just like
Yeah.
her though. She said, some doctors don't they deal with dreams? And she's still reading. She looks at him like she's so exasperated. She said, "Yeah, some of them do." And then she just,
Something like
that's
the
it.
idiots or something.
idiots do. And
Yeah.
then she just sat there like,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, okay, somebody say something.
Right. But he's all
Just
business.
waiting on him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
He
my
wants to know
God.
about the butterflies and the moths and what that means from like dream interpretation or whatever.
Yeah. I thought that was good. I thought
Yeah.
that was
Tells
good.
means
I
death.
didn't know moths
Yes.
represent death.
Yeah. She tells
Me
him it
neither.
represents death. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I didn't either.
I mean,
No.
I knew butterflies represent, renewal and life and all that because of how they grow and everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't know
Yeah.
that about a moth.
Me either. So off he
she's
goes.
obsessed with them. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's obsessed with them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now we get to 2 years later.
Okay, yeah.
The
And she's sitting on
the.
I like this part though. She's sitting on the bed practicing with what she's going to be asking Joel. See, she got this
and
list.
she already knows
And
the
you-
answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're right though, Sister K, because the first thing was a question about the fireflies. See, because that
Yes.
sparked her. So
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's like,
Like
well,
with-
how did raiders catch up to them or sneak up on them if they caught us a mile outside of their perimeter?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
How
Right.
if the raiders shot everybody up and you were carrying me the whole time and they shot up Marlene and everything, how we get away?
Yes.
how we get away. Mhm.
I
Yeah.
literally said boop
Uh-huh.
after every question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
because
Literally.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were good questions.
Yes, yeah.
But she already knew the answers.
She knew.
She did.
She
Yeah.
knew. She worked it out. She
She
thought it
She
through.
wanted confirmation, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh my God! I'm
And then when
just
he
thinking
bangs
about
on the
later.
door, she gets so like nervous, like, "Oh, I'm not ready." Hides
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
questions, and he's like, "Okay, it's your birthday gift. I've agreed to let you start your patrols. You're
Yep.
ready.
Yep.
You've
It
been
was
practicing
early.
your patient." Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like,
I thought that was
"Alright."
good.
Yeah,
oh, she was so
yeah.
excited. So excited.
Yeah. He was
Mhm.
surprised she was awake. She said, "Oh,
Yep.
I didn't sleep well
Mm-hmm.
because she'd been going through her
Mm-hmm.
thoughts."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She probably also
Oh.
knew he was going to try to spend the day with her or some of the day with her. So she would
right.
probably try to get those questions out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she got startled, I think. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
shit happened and she couldn't ask. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
now what I wanted to say about the scene where they're walking through with the horses did you notice that horse eating throughout the whole
No.
scene?
No.
The horse Ellie was on. It was
No.
so cute. That horse was chomping, honey, throughout the whole scene on some of those grassy leaves. And I'm like,
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
are they
I didn't
supposed
even
to eat
notice that.
things like
Me
that?
neither.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Notice.
So cute.
I
It was
guess
so
they
cute.
do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's
I was like,
hungry.
that horse said, hey, look, y'all, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat while y'all doing all this.
Yeah. Talk.
So she's asking, like, okay, so what's the record for most kills? And he's like, slow your roll, slow
Right.
your roll. This is the easy trail. We're not doing the hard trails right now. And she's like, oh, damn.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
Of course, he's like excited again. He's in the lead. He's like, oh, this is going to be fun. I hope we can do this more. And she's like, yeah, not really talking.
Right.
And before he could ask her, like, what's wrong, they get a call on the walkie-talkie. Eugene is in trouble.
Eugene.
I was like,
Yes.
oh, good. We get to hear about
Here
Eugene.
we go.
Right.
Yeah, we get to know
Yes.
about Eugene.
Yes.
So, yeah, that was
Yes.
good.
He's like, okay, Ellie, go back. She's like, I ain't going back.
Uh-huh.
I like what she told him, though.
Yeah.
You're not my dad. I'm not your kid. I'm your partner.
Partner.
And we don't leave partners behind.
Yep.
I'm going with
Yep.
you.
Yep.
I was like, thank you. Yes.
That was good. That was
Yes.
good.
Yep.
Hmm. And plus, she was 19.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
but I mean,
He still wants
you know,
out.
when your
young.
kids,
Yeah.
even if your
Well,
kids
I
are
know.
grown, you don't feel like they're
Kid.
grown.
Yeah.
But I felt like
Yeah.
her. She old enough to be on patrol. She's old enough to come help. Plus, I
That's
mean,
true.
she's a
Yeah.
crack shot too. She know how to use
She's
a gun
good.
and everything
Yeah,
too.
she knows how
Oh,
to. He's taught her
Yeah.
as much as
Right.
he
Yeah.
can teach her.
exactly.
And she's
So let
immune if something
And
happens.
she's immune.
Exactly.
She's
Yeah.
safer than he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, but she can still get
Mhm.
tore up, killed.
Yeah,
True.
but you know,
Yeah.
But
But
still.
yeah.
yeah.
no, he ain't thinking about that.
Yeah.
But she's immune, so
Yeah.
They gotta go down this whole big ass cliff.
Oh,
they had to leave their little horses
landscape
Yeah.
was crazy.
and then
again.
climb down. Oh man.
I was
Yeah.
like,
And I was hoping, okay, I hope nothing comes up behind them and get them horses.
No.
That's what I kept
Yes.
thinking.
Me
Mhm.
too.
right.
And then they kept like zooming in on their feet when they landed. Was stuff moving under that moss? I don't know what was going
I
on,
couldn't
but
quite tell because
No, I didn't catch.
I was
I went
I was
though.
creeping out.
I was creepy
Yeah, they
too
did
because I
focus on
thought,
that.
okay, I hope
Yeah.
those filler things ain't there and they come up
Yeah.
and get them.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I was getting
I think they were
ready.
just trying to make it suspenseful because they were making noise as they were walking.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
True. And
Yeah.
it was a spongy terrain, like it'd been damp or rainy
Yeah,
or something.
yeah,
You know?
It's a full forest. They're gonna be walking
Yeah.
on grass and
Mhm.
leaves and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They come across a body, which is one of the infected.
Yeah.
Then
Yes.
a horse comes barreling by,
Yeah.
dragging somebody. So that
Dragging
wasn't
its
the other
rider or
person.
something. Mm.
That must have been the other guy that was with Eugene.
That was the other
That's what I
guy.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He
I think he
gone.
was already bit, though.
He was already
Because he
gone.
wasn't moving.
Dead, I think. Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah. He wasn't moving or screaming or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing.
No.
And then we see
Damn.
Eugene next to a tree. And Ellie's trying to run. Oh, Eugene. Joel's like, Ellie, stay back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, are you all right? You clean? He's like, well. And he opens his shirt and he's got a big ass bite
On the
On the
side.
side. Yeah.
on his side.
Yeah.
And it's Joe Pantoliano, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in a long time.
I haven't
was like,
seen him
hey.
forever.
Well,
Yeah.
that's because
Yeah.
That's because he usually plays a mobster,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this ain't no mobster movie. So maybe we'll see him in Mobland.
I do.
Yeah,
I wanted to call
maybe.
him Cypher because I remember him from The Matrix.
Yep.
Mhm.
He's Cypher from
yeah.
the Matrix.
Yep.
The traitor. Spoiler alert.
Well,
So anyway, so he's like, hey, I got probably about an hour. I need to go back to the camp and see my gal.
Yes.
And Joel's like, no, sir, we ain't doing all that.
Yeah.
Mm.
No.
You know we can't do that.
Mm-mm. And Ellie's like, why not? He's like, I just want to see my wife before I go. I'll stay back, I'll be safe, but I just need
Yeah.
to see her before I die.
Mhm.
now this is the part that I think's unfair to Joel. Eugene, coming from Jackson, he knew the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie knew the rules
Mm-hmm.
because Joel said, now you know the rules. That's against the rules. They all knew the rules. So all this ruckus and stuff about her, because I got to thinking, I thought, this ain't fair to him because y'all put him in this position. Y'all know the rules. And Ellie knew the rules. She 19. She know the rules. And to create all that stuff off of that, I was mad at her. Because I thought, wait a minute.
No, because guess what Joel could have done with his old ass self? Sorry, I love Joel and Pedro. He could have said no. He could have said
He
no.
should have said
The
no,
rules are the
period.
rules. That's what he should have said.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have
Yeah.
tried to
You're right.
lie
You're right.
and promise.
Right.
He should
Make
have.
That's
promises
what
you
did it.
can't keep.
It wasn't. He could have said anything like, hey, we'll take you part way. Ellie, you go ride and get her. He could have said anything else, but he said, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
lied
He did.
about it. That's what
Yeah.
it was. He should have
Right.
said, you know what?
Yeah.
Rules are rules. Don't know the rules. Sorry about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where you want to do it at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
he should have did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she could have been
Yeah,
mad, but he
you're
would have
right.
lied
You're
to
right.
her face. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're right.
He didn't think ahead to
Damn.
that. He
No,
didn't
he
think
didn't
ahead.
think ahead.
Yeah.
He didn't know she's been ruminating on this and ruminating.
Mhm.
He doesn't
Yep.
even know that she's been realizing since
Exactly.
fucking 5 years ago that his ass lied
Yeah.
to her ass.
He's a liar.
He is.
That sounded so harsh.
Sorry.
Eh?
Sorry.
So
Sorry.
harsh.
That got a
But it
little,
was-
that got a little
it was
personal for me.
It did. What did Joel do to you?
He's
The
a
thing-
liar.
The thing about it though
The
is
truth ain't
he
in him.
is a liar, but he's not even a good one.
Yeah.
And
No.
the fact that well, he's good unless you know him.
Yeah,
but
he is good, but she knows his toe. She knows.
Yeah, yeah.
and he did it all right there. Like he explained what he was
Yeah.
gonna do. So
Yeah.
he tells Ellie, "Okay, you go get the horses. I'll tie him up. We'll start walking back, and that way we can hurry this up." She's like, hold up, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, go ahead and go. I promise.
She knew.
Yeah.
She knew.
Never
She don't
ever
know.
say that. Never ever say that.
I know. She
I
said,
don't
you
think she-
promise? He said, yeah, I promise.
Yeah, you did.
I don't think she thought
Do
he
you
would do
think
that.
he really did have intention?
No,
No.
he was going to shoot him. That's why he took him to the shore.
Right.
So he
'cause
could
when
look out on
he
that
says,
view.
Oh, which way? Joe's like, go right. You know
Right.
his ass was going down. We saw
Yeah.
your ass guys come from the
Yeah.
top.
Mm-hmm.
You needed to
Yeah.
turn left, Joe. Not right.
That's what I thought too when he said, go to the right. I thought, wait a
I
minute.
was like,
did you
wait,
just
is
come
he
the other
going
way?
down?
You didn't come that way.
And then when they got
I
there
just
and
come
there's
the other
the
way?
lake, And the lake, I'm like, y'all didn't pass no damn lake on the way
No.
down.
Exactly. I
It
knew
was
then he was going to shoot him.
beautiful.
Yeah,
It
it
I
was
thought
nice.
I thought maybe at that point when Ellie was still right there that Joe really did have intentions, good intentions. But
No.
then once Ellie left and they started walking and Joe started kind of sounding like he was getting out of it, that
was
maybe
getting
Joe thought he was
cold and-
getting that Joe
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
he
okay,
said,
he's
"I'm
turning
cold." He did, yeah.
he's turning quicker than
Yeah.
he could turn any moment now. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, lead him to a nice
Yeah.
view.
That man could have turned. I mean,
his
okay,
ass.
first
I
of
know,
all,
but
let's
that's why I
get to
think
the
he really
nitty-gritty.
didn't. But that's why I think Joel didn't purposely lie.
I don't think so either, because
did.
let's get to the nitty gritty. Ellie ain't no fucking doctor. Oh, he's got a couple of hours. How the
Yeah,
fuck
put
you
your arm
know?
out.
Just because you're
Count to
immune.
10.
I mean, it's the same thing for every single person.
Wait. Put your arm out again, Sister.
Honey, Sister A would have got popped right then and there by the tree. Doing all that shaking and shit.
I was trying to figure out where the camera was.
Oh my gosh.
No. Just because she says, oh, he's got time, she ain't no
But
fucking
again-
doctor.
But again, Joel should have said, you know what? Even though we went through that little test, I'm not going to trust it. He could have
There's
said
no promises, Ellie. I'll try or something.
No promises.
Right.
Yeah,
He
starts
should've
that's
said
what he
that.
should have said. That's what he should have said.
Okay, get him.
Yeah.
But he
Right.
didn't.
That's what he
And
should have said.
then, wait, and then on top of that, he made matters worse because when he get to the lake, and that was a good scene when he's like, don't turn around. You already knew what he was going to do.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
at that
He's
point,
like,
yeah.
I need to see. He's like, well,
As soon as he
tell me
said
what
turn
you-
right, I
Oh,
knew.
yeah. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. But when he said, I need to see her before I go, he's like, well, if you have anything to say to her, I can tell her.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I need to see her for me. I don't need to say anything to her. I need her to say something to me.
Yeah. I need
need to see
her
her
last
face.
words for me,
Yeah.
not my last words for her.
That was
which I thought was-
sad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
when Joel says, when you love someone, you always see their face, that was a good comment too.
Yeah.
That was good. That was
It was
very
really
good
good.
because because he stood there and wait a minute, while they was having him thinking about it so he could see her face, I was thinking, okay, don't let it start going.
Don't do it yet, Joel. Oh man, poor Eugene.
Like, oh, he gonna start twitching or something.
It did look like he might have been trying to turn though, because he stood there for a long time. Just like,
It was a
frozen in
long
place.
time.
I was like, what the hell is he doing?
And then he took his glasses off. I said, oh boy.
And I said, okay, then Joe, hurry up. You get ready. He can make time.
Wonderful.
And then I was thinking, get ready, Joe, because once he turned, he gonna be quick.
Yeah.
He's mad.
He is, Sonny. That they are quick.
Oh
They are quick. But the thing is, this is what made it worse. When Ellie gets there and sees him, Joel doesn't turn around and say, well, he doesn't say, he just says, I'm sorry. And then on their way back, he says, okay, I'm going to tell her basics. And then that's all she needs to know is basics. And of course, at this point, Ellie she knows. He's
Okay,
done lied.
now, what I gotta say
Yeah.
is this.
No, she
On
knows
that
'cause
little
she
ride,
saw
wait
him.
a minute. On that little
saw
ride
it.
back, that was little Lady Mormont sitting on that horse. Did you see that?
Yes.
Wasn't it?
Mean mugging,
That
honey.
was
Mean
mean
mugging.
mugging.
You're right.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
right.
And I said,
Yep.
"Ooh, damn, little Lady Mormont is back."
I said little lady Mormont is born.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she was pissed.
This
You're
is where
fucked.
the whole relationship went down.
Yep.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
that
Yep.
just happened, really.
Yep.
It wasn't years and years and years ago. Because she knew for a fact he lied to her about all that shit in the back.
All
Yep.
the other stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
All the other stuff.
And she's seeing it,
And
him doing
then
it again.
when they get there, and Gail.
Now this is the
Moira-
part that got me.
Ooh.
Okay.
This is the part
when
that got
Gail
me.
comes running
I
up, and they
said-
got Eugene laid out, and Ellie's over here, and Joel's saying, "Okay, he was bit when we got there. He was really concerned about you, and he loved you, and he just wanted to make sure
he
you
said
were
he
safe,
loved
so
you and stuff.
He didn't
Yeah.
want to. He didn't want to put anyone in danger, so he took care of it himself."
He did it himself.
Joel, why did you have to
I know.
lie that bad?
Yeah. Yeah.
What happened to just the
It's a
basic?
big
Right.
lie.
Right. That's a whole new story.
The whole new
A whole
story.
different story.
Yeah.
But I was so surprised when Ellie did what she
Ooh.
I wasn't.
Damn.
She was like,
I was
want.
surprised.
She's like, I want him to know that I fucking know. She
I was
wanted
like,
Joel to know, and Joel looked so shocked. I'm like, Joel, why are you shocked?
He
It's the first
looked
time
shocked.
she's
No. He wasn't shocked because when he did it, she saw him do it. Didn't we see her?
No,
No, she came
no.
after, I think.
She said, Sister K's talking about Joel looked shocked when Ellie said what she said.
Yes, to Gail.
to
Yeah, I
Gail.
know that, but I'm saying, didn't Ellie see him shoot Eugene?
No.
No, she was getting the
I thought
horses.
she-
No,
No, she came after.
No.
He was already dead on the ground when she came
he was
into
already on the
area.
ground.
I think I thought she saw it.
No, she
Well,
heard
she
the
knows that
shot.
Joel did it.
Yeah,
I mean,
No,
she
but
heard
I
the
thought
shot.
she
But you
saw
didn't
it. Like,
see
I
him
thought
do
she
it.
saw him actually
No.
shoot him in the head.
No, she was still coming with the horses.
All they did was
No.
they moved the camera to like a big back,
Yeah, I know
See,
that,
yeah.
but I
and all
thought
the birds
she saw.
flying up, and then they show her coming into the area after
Right.
that.
She heard the shot though.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows Joel killed his ass and didn't
course.
take him up back to the town. That's what she knows. And then he didn't tell her, well, I couldn't do it. He was about to change. He didn't do all that. And then
Lied
when
and
they
promised.
I think what did it, and then the lie that he tells
The
Gail
lie
that
is
was
what did it to
way
her.
beyond the
Yeah.
basics.
That he
He's like,
did it
"Oh,
to
no."
himself. Yeah.
That's not what happened. And when Joel turned around and looked at her like,
The fuck?
don't say no. I don't know. I was laughing a little bit. I laughed a little bit. Even though it was a tense scene, because his face was like, oh shit. she's
Oh
about
yeah,
to
he
come
looked
out.
shocked, like, oh Lord, have mercy.
He
What do I
did.
do?
And at first
It
I'm thinking,
reminded
Joel,
me of
you
that
should
sponge.
know.
Remember that SpongeBob meme, that shocked, blurred SpongeBob meme that was going around a while ago?
No.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
I'll have to find it. That's what that reminded me of.
Oh my God.
You'll have to send it to us.
Yeah.
I was thinking, now why are you shocked? Like, this is the first time I think that she's like seen him bold face lie like this.
Lie like
bold
that.
face. And
And
obviously
he called
knows
himself
that he's
sparing
bold face lied to
Gales.
her.
Right.
I get it, but the fact that he lied to her is what's doing it. She's like, I know she was thinking in her mind, oh, I'm gonna let him know that I know, and I'm gonna let Gail know. Oh no, he lied.
But he did not think that she would rat him out.
No. And I didn't think she would rat him out like
No.
that.
I didn't either.
And just in front of everybody like that.
Right.
And in this sneering way that she did it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And then she didn't say you promised. She made it a point. You swore.
You
He didn't
swore.
swear. He said, I promise. That ain't a swear.
He swore 5 years ago when she asked him, "Are you telling me the truth about the fireflies?"
So,
And he said,
so
"I
that's what
swear."
she meant. Right.
Okay.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what she was trying to tell him.
Yeah.
You lied.
This isn't about
lied.
now. This is about
It's
then.
not
Yeah,
about now,
yeah,
but she's
yeah.
confirmed it because
Yeah.
of this lie he
You're
just
right.
told and this
Right.
promise he
You're
just
right.
made.
Yeah.
You're right.
Damn.
And that's the whole reason why she ratted his ass out, because she wanted him to know, oh, I know what you did 5 years ago.
Yeah. That was a good scene,
Ooh,
though.
that was good. That was
Yeah.
good.
That was
Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
scene.
She's like,
Yeah.
he did not. He
And then, of
begged
course,
to
Gail,
come back.
Joel
said okay,
Joel.
but then Joe lied, and Joel shot his ass in the head.
Well, but that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as we know, after that, Gail, she probably had time to think about it. And like she said, I know you had to kill him because, he got bit. So you had to do it, but I don't like the fact that you did it, but I understand why you had to do it.
She said in that episode, I don't like how you did it.
How you
And,
right.
and what she probably meant to say, but they couldn't say back then because I would have revealed this.
I don't
Yes.
like how you
That's
lied about
Lied
it.
to me about
Yeah.
what.
Yeah,
Like,
how you
that's what
I
it
don't
was.
like how
Yeah.
you told me
Yeah.
it went down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you're
really
right.
what she
That-
meant.
Yeah,
I understood
what she
why, but not
Not
Yeah.
how.
you did it.
Yeah.
how you
All
did
he
it.
had to
Yeah.
say was it was against the rules to bring him back. And that would have cut all of that, but he didn't.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, all he had to do was say, "Y'all know the rules." Yeah,
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
I couldn't bring him back
I was
alive.
gonna try to do that, but he was turning too quick, and I just had to do it.
Yeah.
That's all you
Yeah,
gotta
see,
say.
I mean,
they're grown ass people.
if he was going to lie, I would have lied about that.
Yeah.
I would have said, "Ellie, I'm sorry, I promise,"
Look,
but
he
he was
turned.
turning. He was
Yeah.
twitching and turning.
He got
Yeah.
the twitching.
He was cold. He was confused.
Y'all would have kept lying.
No.
No.
I would have, and I know
No,
I would.
I just would have been like, he started talking about he's getting cold.
Yes.
What happened was
He was confused.
He was confused.
he was confused. He started twitching.
Didn't know where he was, what direction was which. Those were all signs.
Yeah, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't do that.
No, he didn't. So now we're New Year's 2029.
Yep.
9 months later.
9 months later.
At
the
that party
New Year's Eve party.
Yep.
where he knocks Seth out,
Looking
he pushes
so
him down
sad.
anyway.
Looking
I
sad.
know.
And then we see, I think Rutina is pregnant. I noticed it in the scene
She
at the
is.
table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even when she jumped up and was ushering Seth out, they kept the camera here.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? Yeah, they kept
Yeah.
it real high. So, yeah.
Go Rutina.
Yeah.
Nova. Maria Nova.
I wish she was in it more.
Me too.
Yeah.
She's so great. I wish she was.
Yeah.
She doesn't have
Yeah.
that big a role, but I'm glad when I
But
see her.
this is the scene where we see that she actually did talk to Joel. Like when she came through.
After he pushes Seth and she goes off on him in public and
And
on
he
the
leaves.
porch. She passes him by and then she comes back.
He's playing
and
guitar
this scene,
on the
oh
porch.
my goodness.
Ooh, this was harsh. This was very difficult scene.
Yeah.
Wow. So powerful.
It was.
Joel's
just
face.
wimps.
No, Sister
No,
J.
his
No.
face.
Joel's.
We have
Joel. It
hearts,
was Joel that
Sister
got
J.
That's it, Sister A.
We
That's
have
it.
hearts.
Her heart is nowhere to be found, honey.
You got that little grin chart, Sister J. Come on. Oh man, it was so powerful. He didn't say
Lord.
anything, but
No.
not.
He didn't hardly even talk. Yeah.
His face.
First, they kind of start off with like small talk, I call it, but
yeah,
The coffee, asking
The
where
coffee. Trading.
Where'd you get it?
Mhm.
So you and Dina, are y'all girlfriend? Like, are y'all going out? She's like, no, it was just, I don't know why she did it. That it's just a fluke.
Mm.
He's like, well, she'd be lucky to have you, and she's like, you can tell she's tired of all the bullshit talking. She tells him he's an asshole. He's looking at her like, what? Surprise. And then that's when she breaks it down like, you had the same exact face.
Yes.
When you lied to me 5 years ago versus today or 9 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
You told that lie with the same face.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask you one more again.
One
If you lie to
more
me,
time.
we done.
Yes. Yeah.
And so she starts asking the questions about the fireflies. where you told me there was a bunch of other infected that were immune. Are there? He shakes his head no. Did the fireflies, did you kill them all? He
Yep.
shakes his head
Sure
yes.
did.
Was there, could they have created a cure?
Sure.
He shakes his head. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and the whole time his eyes are getting watery.
Yes.
And she's getting upset and she starts crying.
Oh, God.
She's like, you took my purpose away from me. He's like, well, if they made the cure, you would have died. She's like, well, then I would have died. That was my purpose. That my life would have meant something.
Wah, wah, wah. What I was thinking is she needs a wham-ulance.
Oh, my God.
It was a good scene.
Jay.
You took my purpose away. If I died, then oh, please.
I thought it was a great scene.
I thought it was a great scene.
I mean, it was a good scene, but, you know, it was irritating to me.
And then he says, I did it. He said, I would do it again because I love you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He said, if I had everything to do all over again, and everything was just the same, all the people and everything, I'd do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd shoot all of them in the head, including that damn doctor.
Even though he took the cure from everybody.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. The whole world.
She looked at it as
for one
just
person.
selfish.
And I don't believe for 1 minute, even though we haven't seen it yet, but I don't believe for 1 minute she's the only immune person in the whole world. No.
No, she can't probably be.
No. Yeah. I think in that area, yeah, but no, she's not.
Well, that they know of. Like, but he
right. That's what I'm saying.
There was a whole
That's
bunch
what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't mean
but she's asking him, am I
as far as you
any
know,
other immune people?
Was she the only one in that fucking hospital? And yes, she was. And he lied and said there was a bunch of them in the hospital that they was testing on.
Testing, yes.
So that's what she was trying to say. And he's like, no, there wasn't no other ones. You was the only one.
Anyway.
But what got me
that was a good scene.
Was he said, because I love you, but I love you in a way you can't understand until you have a child.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then he said the same thing
until you have
that his daddy
said to him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
exactly.
until you have someone of your own, you'll do a little bit better than me.
A little. I hope you can do a little bit better than me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and then he also says the line of, I would do it again. And he says, I know I'm going to pay the price of you.
The price.
Leaving me. Or being done with me.
The price.
The price.
The price.
Y'all know I love it when a title actually means something.
Yes. Unlike those other shows.
You're right.
Yeah, we do. We do.
But I was surprised that she said, I'm not sure if I can forgive, but I would like to try.
Yeah.
I would like to try.
And his face when she said, because he started breaking down more when she said the first time, but then she said, I'd like to try. He looked so hopeful.
I know.
Yes.
That was good. That was very good.
And then when you know the next fucking day,
yes.
That's what got me. The whole last part of the scene. I was like,
I needed a ambulance.
Yeah, exactly. I did.
Yeah.
And then they cut to black screen.
Yeah.
And then we get our 30 seconds in the present for y'all.
30 seconds.
Not even
30. Probably
not even
30 seconds.
Not even.
Yeah, maybe 10.
Yeah.
Now, was she going back to the theater or going back to the... Okay, that's what I thought. She's going to the theater where Dina and Jesse hopefully made it to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And thankfully they didn't turn the fucking lights on.
I know, because it was all black. It was all black.
Yeah, because otherwise they know exactly where they were at if they had the lights on.
And I'm like,
Right.
it's Seattle. About time we seen some rain.
Some rain.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
because it rained up there all the time.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. True.
Oh,
that was a
God. What
That was a very good episode. It was a good episode,
From
but I
start
was
to
glad
finish,
when it was
it
over.
was.
great.
Mhm.
It was.
Like just
It was
truly
good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
great storytelling, great
Yes.
filming, everything.
Yes. Yep. And tying
acting,
things together.
Yes.
Yes.
They tied it
They
together.
all
Eugene.
need Oscars, Emmys,
Yeah.
whatever it is
That
they
Eugene
get.
portion was really
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
We've been hearing
Because
about
then you-
Eugene since episode
Yeah.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
We didn't know what
Exactly.
happened. They didn't have to show us exactly,
They
but
didn't.
they tied it all together with the
Yeah.
lie and the other lie and then this and then that.
Yeah.
Amazing,
Yes.
amazing
Yes.
work.
Yeah.
And
Very
showing
good.
Ellie really did know by
Yeah.
the time she.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. She had figured it out over those 5 years.
Yeah.
Yep. Little by little.
But she got
Yeah.
confirmation, honey.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that shows also why she is like, oh no, I'm killing this bitch and all them fools because I was just ready to forgive
Yeah.
him.
Yes.
I got confirmation. He told me the truth. He opened up,
Yeah.
and now
We're
we're going to
moving
work our
past
way
it.
back
Yeah.
to how we were.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
not only that, but I mean, she watched her in cold blood murder him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
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 And especially after hearing Dina's story, and Dina say, "Yeah, I would have still been chasing the fool had I not
Yes,
shot him.
Exactly.
Still.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
still,
You can
yeah.
see it from both sides.
So
Track
yeah,
them down.
She's gonna track them down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting tracked down
Mhm.
one side or the other.
One
Yeah.
side or the other.
Ooh-wee.
Whew.
Dang.
So good. So
Yeah.
good.
It was good.
So we're ready for the finale now.
One episode
Yes.
left.
What do y'all want to
more.
see in the finale?
Oh, I want to see her getting Abby.
I want to see no flashbacks. That's what I'd like to see.
If we get one more flashback.
I don't think we're going to have any more flashbacks
No, I don't think so.
today.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to see Tommy. We're going to see the battle.
I hope we see Tommy.
Yeah, but we're gonna see Isaac too.
We're going to see Isaac. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Abby.
mean, it's only one episode, so I don't know that we're going to see her get Abby, but I'd like
I don't
to
think
see
we're gonna
them,
see her
like,
get Abby.
Me neither.
making her way to where Abby is, at least.
I
Setting
think
up
she'll
the
get.
third
I
season.
I think
she'll
it'll
get
be the
one-
last 10 seconds again.
Right.
Her facing
And
Abby.
I think she might get one of those dudes, one of the guys.
Oh, yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah.
that one that kicked her in the side. I think she'll get him
Oh, yeah, get him.
because she got Nora, who was the one holding her
Holding
down.
her.
Right.
Sure did get
Yeah.
her.
Right. So I think that if she gets any of them in the last episode, I think it'll be the guy who kicked her.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
I wouldn't be
anyway.
mad at that. I'd like to see it. Y'all killed Poppy Joel. Got to go.
Yeah.
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 Got to get. Okay, so we do have some feedback for this episode.
Okay.
And the first one is from Omar. Hey, Omar.
Hey, Omar.
Hey, sisters. It's Omar from Fayetteville, North Carolina, aka Kakalaki.
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 And this is my feedback for this new Last of Us episode. Having this entire episode be all of the flashbacks that in the game are dispersed throughout all of Ellie's portions of the game somehow made it even more emotionally impactful. I agree, Omar. It was great seeing Pedro back as Joel again. He was putting on his best acting in every single scene. He sure was.
Yeah.
The two biggest changes from the game that shocked me was the scene of Ellie coming to talk to Joel on the porch at the end of the episode. The first massive change is that this particular scene is actually the literal second to last cutscene in the video game before the ending credits start rolling. So it's huge that they are showing it here. Ooh, wait. Now that's a cliffhanger.
Wait.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
the last scene in the game before, I guess, before the game ends.
Okay.
Another massive change is that in the game, Ellie finds out that Joel did to the Fireflies a whole 2 years before they had that last conversation on the porch with him dying the next day instead the show has decided to combine the two scenes into one, making it even more emotional for me personally, because just when Ellie finally learns the truth about what Joel did and decides to try to forgive him for his actions, he literally dies the next day. Crying emoji, crying emoji. The writers of this show are sick, I tell you, sick. But then again, this episode was written by Craig Mazin, Neil Druckmann, and the game creator and writer of the first and second game, and Haley Gross, the co-writer for the second game. So I should have expected it. And if I'm right, the last episode of this season will be written by all three of them too. I did see that. I think there were 3 writers on this one.
I noticed
Even
that
though
too.
Neil Druckmann directed this one.
Yeah.
The creator of the game guy. P.S. To correct what Joseph said last time, the only parts of the video game that switch back and forth between Ellie and Abby are the first and last 2 hours of the game, after the first 2 hours of which Joel dies in the middle portion. There's a 12-hour stretch. Huh?
How long is this game if it's the first 2 hours?
Well, you know them games can take hours.
Games be hours.
Yeah.
Damn. And they sit there and play that whole
Hours.
You gotta find. Well, it takes some weeks. Most people, I'm sure, would take weeks to get through all that. Game 2 is 12-hour stretches of gameplay between Ellie and Abby, and the first 12 being Ellie with the ending of her section being halfway point of the story, and the second 12 hours being Abby. And it's when we start playing as Abby again in the game after Joel's death, do we finally learn that the doctor that killed Joel is Abby's dad, and that's why she killed him. So yeah, I think we had that comment a couple of episodes ago where someone said, you don't even know that's her daddy until later.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So in the game, that must have been confusing.
Surprising. Yeah.
That's all for now, sisters. Sorry if this was a lot. I know the rule is to keep it short, but it turns out I had a lot more to say than I planned. Sorry. This is Omar signing off. I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Thank you,
Omar.
So that's at least 24 hours of gameplay then.
Dang.
Wow.
Them games, I had no idea people played that long at one sitting.
Like another world. You go
That's
into
why
another
Not
world.
one sitting, Jay. It's not at one sitting. It's
A lot
just
of
they
them
have
play
to
for hours
progress.
though.
Yeah,
A lot
they
of
do.
True.
Yeah.
They do.
But I think most people might play for 5 or 6 hours, and they have to come back and keep going the next day. You can't do all that in one day.
Yeah.
5 or 6
Those
hours.
serious gamers be trying to get it all done.
True.
Wearing diapers.
That's a lot.
Oh, no.
Damn.
Well, I mean, for as much as these games cost, and you're not going to want to pay that much money for a game and it be done in 2 hours.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to want a game that's going to last a while.
That is that's a good point.
Not an
that's
easy
a good point.
game.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good
The
point.
one thing I will say is they have some good writers in these games.
Yes.
Yes, because I mean, this is quite detailed.
Games that came a
to
long
have
way
a
from when I was a
series.
kid.
Yeah, because
A long way from
all
Donkey Kong
the detail.
And Duck Hunt.
and Mario Kart. Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. That's my speed. Mario Kart.
Super Mario.
Tetris.
Tetris. Yeah.
Tetris, honey.
Yeah.
This Pac-Man, all we had to do is eat
Yep.
it.
Oh, I loved it.
That's it. No
Love
writing
this
involved.
Okay, hello.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Omar.
Thank you, Omar.
Okay. Our next feedback is from Joseph. Hey,
Joseph.
His subject line is The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 6. Poppy Joel. You were so bad, Poppy Joel. You were sleeping on the couch, Poppy. Insert Tyra Banks yelling gif. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
That gif is funny though. Yeah.
It is. Hey, sisters. Enjoyed that long-ass subject line? Yes. Loved it. Shalita, how did I do? Laugh out loud. Anyways,
That was very Shalita-like.
this season.
Yeah.
Maybe she's not
Anyways,
watching.
let's all digest this epic flashback episode with Poppy, Joel, and Elle. Number 1. I swear and I believe that Bella Ramsey absolutely deserves the Sister J give her an Emmy Award for this episode. When we got to the final conversation between Joel and Elle, cough, cough, Sister LM spoiler, laugh out loud. And Elle says, I don't think I can forgive you for this. Close-up shot of Poppy Joel full of tears. And then Elle says, but I would like to try. I lost it. The feels, man.
Thank you, Joseph.
Right? That's what regular-hearted people feel.
Regular-hearted.
Regular-hearted.
He put the meme or the gif in there of the man crying. I don't know if I can see that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That one, yeah.
Number 2. This episode and show is by far the best in its execution of how a flashback episode should be done. Remember, sisters, this came from a freaking video game. I am absolutely happy with how well done this episode was filmed, edited, and scored. Especially that scene when Elle is imagining what it would be like going up through space, and the way they lit that scene was just impeccable TV watching.
That was really good.
Like the sun, the light across her face.
But it was like her in her mind. Okay, I'm going up to space.
Like orbiting the Earth, done. Like the sun. Amazing. Yeah.
Like that capsule was turning.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It was fan-fucking-tastic, laugh out loud. Especially how he started the episode with a flashback of both Tommy and Joel when they were young boys, and how it would later on explain the trajectory of Joel being a father.
Yeah.
And Number 3. Go ahead.
And I meant to mention, it also brings us to remember how episode before the last one, how Ellie was like, oh, I'm gonna be a dad. Now she's gonna see.
Good point, LM. Yes.
I think she kind of understands now, because after
I think she does.
Sacrificing, like she put through her arm in front of Dina because she loves Dina and doesn't want her to be killed. Like, when you do have love like that, you realize, okay, Joel was doing that because he loved me and didn't want to see me die. And I don't love her and don't want to see her die.
Right.
And I'm going to love this baby and not going to want to see this baby die.
And just like Dina gave her the riot act and said, look, I make my own decisions and stuff, just like she did Joel.
Yep.
And she had to say, oh, okay. Then she had to let her go, which means let her come,
Yeah.
And everything, just like Joel had to do with her. So, right. She's getting it.
Yeah.
She gets it.
Yeah.
Also, when she had told Joe on the porch before they got into that deep conversation, I don't want to have you pulling me off the patrols
anymore.
And he was like, yeah, I won't. Agreed. Because he's going to have to let her just grow up and be what she is.
Even though it's terrifying. Yeah.
Number 3. We finally saw what happened to fucking Eugene, and thank the fuck he didn't have a mullet like the one from The Walking Dead.
Oh.
Yes. There's another character in The Walking Dead called Eugene has a mullet.
Yeah, I remember Eugene from The Walking Dead. Yeah.
This has a lot of F-bombs, Joseph.
Yeah.
I know.
Fucking Eugene.
What's up?
Y'all know Joseph be cussing now.
He's grown now. He's grown up.
Yep.
I'm like, Joe, I'm not ready to let go.
I love it, Joseph. This is where, in my opinion, Poppy Joel fucked up and didn't listen to RuPaul. But it also became confirmation for Elle through all her years of doubting Joel since the season 1 finale. Damn. That shot of all the birds flying away right after Joel shot Eugene was beautifully done. We did not need to hear the actual gunfire noise. Yeah.
Yep.
Seems I'm going to be right, sisters, that we may or may not be seeing Abby in the season 2 finale. If I'm a betting man, I expect the first half of season 3 will be all about Abby, and the second half will be when Elle finally meets up with Abby. Are you saying there's only the first half? Okay, I was about to say hopefully there's more than 6 or 7 episodes in season 3.
I hope so.
I hope
Maybe
so.
not.
But I don't know. Yeah.
But I think he's right. Like, I don't think we're gonna see Abby's ass. They're gonna be too busy trying to get out of damn Seattle. Or actually, they're
Get
gonna
out
be
of
too busy trying
Seattle?
to.
No.
Well, I feel like Tommy and Jesse are gonna try to talk Ellie into leaving, and she's gonna be like, "Nah, I got shit to do. Y'all go take Dina back,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm staying."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the podcast. This is Joseph from Las Vegas. Thank you,
Thank you,
Joseph.
Joseph.
Yeah, I think y'all are both right. We ain't gonna see none of that happen. We only got one episode left. Okay, our next email is from Aussie John. Hey, Aussie John.
Aussie John.
Hey, sisters. Here's my feedback for episode 6, season 2 of The Last of Us. Cheers, Aussie John.
Hey sisters, Aussie John here with feedback for episode 6, season 2. The price, was it? First thing, Horse Watch. Horse Watch is back. We almost lost 2, didn't we? But Ellie was sent back for him. But I'm going to assume that the one with the body dangling, I'm assuming that horse is lost. Point 2, Guitar Watch. Guitar Watch is back again for nearly a full song. And yes, the nerds are going to be rubbing one out because it was in the game, that song. Now, third quick point. And Joel discovering Ellie's little lesbian phase, as he thought, and shocked. But Joel, that's not how it works, buddy. But in the apocalypse, as we agreed 2 weeks ago, it might have to be a phase, because as we all agreed 2 weeks ago, we need apocalypse babies.
No,
Anyway,
Aussie
on
John.
that
Oh, not this
John
again.
out. Bye.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop
Yeah.
it and go, John.
No
John. He got that in there. He got that in there.
Yeah. Boop. Yeah.
We know what you're doing.
You got Sister A irate.
Hot.
My gosh. Oh, thank you,
Nice
Aussie
try.
John. That was great.
Thank you, Aussie John.
Oh, Lord. Aussie John.
That's good.
You're a
That's
mess.
good.
A mess.
We know what you're going to be trying to do during the apocalypse.
Right. Yeah.
And I would advise every woman around to stay clear of your ass.
Yeah.
Unless they want to go through childbirth with no drugs.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Good luck
Okay.
to your wife.
Ooh, Lord. She'd be like, stay away too.
Exactly.
You know she would without no drugs. Okay. Our next email, thank you, Aussie John,
Thank you.
is from Yesenia. Hey, Yesenia.
Yesenia.
Yeah.
Hey, sisters. It's Yesenia, a.k.a. Jess from South Carolina. I've been listening, but haven't had time to write in as life is hectic. Ain't it, though?
Sure is.
Yep.
Ain't it?
Yep.
We're preparing for my oldest to graduate high school. Oh,
Wow. That
she's
is
got
Congrats.
the emoji with the big eyes, the big watery eyes.
Oh.
Aw.
Ladies, I don't feel ready for this.
Mm.
Aw, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
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 But we must press on. So a very quick note on this episode. I really enjoyed it. I can't hate a Joel flashback because Pedro is everything to me. Hello.
Indeed, he is.
Hello. I don't know how, but I've gotten into on Instagram all the Pedro appreciation
Oh, Lord.
videos.
You sent us
Great.
one.
I did.
Yes.
Great. I have more thoughts, but not enough time to share. I hope to write in for the finale, but we're having out of town company. Pray for me. Laugh out loud.
I hear
I
you.
know that's right.
Yes.
And they gonna be in your house. Ooh.
Right.
Oh, and P.S. Shout out to Beyond the Gates. I was excited to see Sister J and LM's comments in the TV app. It felt like
That's
I was
right.
watching. It felt like I was watching the Sisters in the Wild.
In the wild.
Bye, Jess. Oh, thank you, Jess.
Thank
I
you.
noticed your comments in Beyond the Gates too. So thank you, Yesenia.
Thank
Is
you.
she in there? Are y'all friends with? Okay,
Yeah, she's in there.
I just became friends with her too.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, you
You'll
need to
find her.
find me. You need to
Yes.
find me.
It's under
on there.
Yesenia, aka Jess, or something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll
If
have
you
to
look at our
for her.
profiles, you'll see her.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
under our profile.
We need to have like a one-off Beyond the Gates conversation.
I
those
tell
that
you,
watch
it is so good.
I've been
It's so
telling
good.
y'all.
It's so good. It's so good.
Mhm.
All right,
that's
thank
great.
you, Jess, and good luck on the graduation. That is
Yes.
I know. Congrats.
Best of
Yes.
Congrats.
It sounds like she still has more at the house though, so she's still gonna be busy.
Mhm.
She said her oldest
It's a
is
lot.
graduating, so that's a lot. Okay, our next feedback is from Sarah. Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi, sisters. It's Sarah from the UK coming at you from under a pile of soggy tissues. Aw.
Oh, yes.
Takeoff countdown has commenced. On my feedback. Can't wait to hear your thoughts, Sarah. Okay, so let me play this now.
Hey sisters, this is Sarah from the UK with my feedback for season 2, episode 6 of The Last of Us. Another stonker of an episode. Yeah, I loved this one. They've been killing it this season. Same as they did last season, really. And I loved it. Did I suspect it was going to be a tough one going into it? Yes. Was it a tough one? Yes. Can Pedro Pascal sing? No. Nonetheless, I think every scene, the way that they use the birthdays to move the story forward and show kind of key steps and points on Joel and Ellie's journey to realization, and then obviously the confrontation, I thought was just brilliant storytelling. Plus bonus points for dinosaurs and spaceships. Quite frankly, if someone turned around and said, this is what I'm going to do for your birthday right now at 45, I would be on board and loving it. So with all that being said, obviously lots of crying ensued. I suppose I have two things really to say. Number one is, I guess we just got a sliding doors moment maybe, which I didn't see coming. So I've spoken about how I was struggling with how calm Ellie was. Is she that bit calmer because she'd had time to think on it after realizing, and kind of come to the conclusion he'd lied, confronting him on it, and then saying she wanted to move on and forgive him? Would her attitude and her actions, and all of that have been different had that conversation not happened? I guess we'll never know because it did happen, but that did occur to me as being super cool, really. And I suppose number two is a question. Do you feel as if we have now got the closure that we needed? Love to hear what you think. Thanks for the show. You're all awesome, and I'll catch you soon.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Good question.
Thoughtful.
I don't know.
I think so.
No, I don't think we're going to get closure until Abby's dead by Ellie's hand.
I think she means between
think-
Joel and
as
Between
far as-
Joel and
yeah.
Ellie.
yeah.
I can't think
And
of other
why?
questions. that I would
why?
have.
When
Right.
Gail was asking him, "What did you do?" and he kept saying, "I saved her."
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think that's what Sarah's referring to, and in that
And
sense,
also
we got
knowing
closure.
what happened between him and Eugene.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I
right.
think
We
we
got
got
especially
those
that.
answers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
We
great
did.
for them to put that in there. Yeah.
Closure, yes. Justice, no.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
that's
yet.
a good distinction.
Not
good
yet.
distinction.
And probably
yet.
not till season 3 is out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's hope.
And I don't know. I haven't thought about Ellie being calm. I feel like she just kind of tucks her feelings away in a lot of
I think
cases
so.
because she hasn't been she's been alone. Well, she was alone until Joel found her or took her. She was what, 14, and then she had him for 5 years. So I don't know if she just like puts her emotions in a box or something and just doesn't show them, or if that's just a choice that she's making in this show, in the TV show, and maybe that's not how it's done in the. I don't know, but I feel like it's all of her reactions have been great. When it first happened, she cried, when they killed him in front of her and she crawled over to his body and all that. I don't think we need to see a whole bunch more of that after she got out of the hospital. We saw her crying in the closet. Yeah. They can't have her crying all the time because we had shit to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sister J won't put up with that.
I don't know. I think her.
Why you gotta single me out?
The episode before last with her getting Nora and like the anger that came out, like where is she?
Yes.
Where is she? I love that. I love seeing that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's there because otherwise she wouldn't be motivated to keep going.
Yeah.
Especially after seeing Dina is pregnant and all this danger that they're around all the time. I don't think if she didn't have that conviction that she needed to do this, she had already been back to Jackson.
Yeah, she's wasted.
I want them to address the fact that Jesse is the baby daddy, and what Dina gonna do? What's she gonna say? Cause he the baby daddy.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What she's?
What can she say?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm pregnant.
If Dina will even tell him, that's what I mean.
Well, yeah,
of course.
Oh yeah, she's gonna tell him.
I mean, she's gonna tell him.
Yeah.
Now, right now she's dealing with a damn arrow in her leg.
Right.
So, that was not the place to do it. But once they get calmed down for a minute, I'm sure she's going to say, I'm going to go with your baby. We're about to be parents. So
let's hope so.
Or if they're trying to treat her and want to try to give her drugs, she might have to be like, no, can't take that. I'm prego.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
that's probably more plausible.
They'll find out that way.
Two daddies and a mama.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. Love your voicemails.
Yes,
always.
Thank you, Sarah.
Keep them coming.
Okay, we have one more email or feedback, and it is from Monique. Hey, Monique.
Hey, Monique.
And she says, "Hey, sisters, Monique from PA here. Hope I made it in time." Oh, from up the east. So y'all freezing up there too, then.
Pennsylvania.
Let's snap it for this episode. The actors were acting, baby. They need some Emmys, nominations, or something. Yes, I agree.
That's what
I agree.
said.
It's very good.
Yes.
From young Joel's dad to Eugene begging to see Moira for the last time.
Where's my Moira?
Moira.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I love that show so much. I wish we could have done a podcast on that show.
Yeah.
We'd have been
I need to go
laughing.
back and watch it because it's
I do too.
It's so
I do
good.
too.
Yeah.
And of course, Joel and Ellie. His one tear streaming when he made her happy with her space adventure gift to his confession. He would do it all over again and not change a thing. He loves her. Best episode ever. Thanks, ladies, for all you do. Appreciate y'all, Monique.
Thank you,
Monique. Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah, that was
Give
a good
them
episode.
all the
Yeah.
Emmys.
Yes. Yep.
They
Well
tend to not
deserved.
give Emmys for these types of shows, but I'm
No,
like,
but
come
these
on.
shows are so much better than half the crap they give Emmys for.
Exactly. Yes.
You know?
sometimes, yeah. Yeah. Thank you all so much for your feedback. We love to read it and hear what you're thinking. We have one more episode left, so be sure you get your feedback in early. We will be recording. I think we're set to record next Tuesday again. So that means you only got 2 days to get your feedback in. So get it in, y'all. Right after the episode airs. Get it in.
Yes.
Get it
You
in
can send it
fresh
to
after you finish the episode. If you're watching
Yes.
it
Yeah,
live,
Fresh.
Yep.
Yep.
Just make
Send
the
us an
voice
audio
memo.
file.
Send it
Yes. Send it in. Send it to sistahspeak@gmail.com and we will play it or read it next week. And check out what else we're doing at Sistah Speak Production. Lord, today. sistahspeakproductions.com. All of the emails and websites, just went like this in my brain.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I'm sure most of y'all are watching us on YouTube, youtube.com/SistahSpeak. I think it's Sistah Speak by itself. It might be Sistah Speak Productions or Prod on YouTube. And you can also catch us over on Patreon, where we have a lot of other content, which is patreon.com/SistahSpeak, just by itself, Sistah Speak. We are talking, I don't know if we talked about it on this show last
We haven't
week.
talked about it yet.
I think we did talk
Did
about it
we?
on this
Okay.
show.
We
I
did,
think so.
because
Yeah.
actually,
Okay.
I
Last
forgot to say,
week.
someone commented on our YouTube
Yep.
video.
Okay,
to
great.
Definitely wanting a Wire rewatch podcast.
Yeah.
And it would be a
we're
rewatch
gonna
for
do
3 of the 4 sisters, and one of us has not seen it, so it'll be fresh.
Yes.
So we'd have to make sure there are some no spoiler alert warnings for at least one of us.
Yes.
So stay tuned. We have not figured out the details yet, but we are probably 100% sure that we're going to do a Wire rewatch podcast. So stay tuned for
We're going to do it.
details, and we'll figure out how logistics and all that stuff later. When, how many episodes we'll talk about at a time, all that stuff.
Yes.
So stay tuned to Patreon and our website, SistahSpeakProductions.com. Of course, we'll put it on our Facebook page, in our Facebook group, Sistah Speak Nation, on Twitter, or whatever the new name is. I don't call it that. Instagram, we'll put it on all of our stuff so you will know. All right, until then, that is it. I am Sister K.
I'm Sister J.
I'm Sister LM.
And I'm Sister A.
See y'all next time. Bye.
Forever Mora.
The price is right.
Ain't no crime for me. We out.